Okay, so today we are going over the study guide for Chapter 5. Make sure that you pause this video at any time that you need to slow things down or write things down. Remember, if you do this study guide and write everything down that I've written down, you will get 10 extra credit points on your test. Question number 1 says, use the distributive property to write 2 times -5 plus 3. So we are going to use the distributive property to distribute the 2 to the -5 and the -3. Oops. So 2 times -5 plus, bring down the plus sign, 2 times 3. And then you're actually going to do that. 2 times -5 is -10. 2 times 3 is 6. And then if we were solving this completely, -10 plus 6 gives us -4. Okay, so if it's wanting to see the process of the distributive property, this would be it. And if they're wanting the final answer, this one would be it, -4. Oh, it says write it as an equivalent expression. So that would be the 2 times -5 plus 2 times 3. Okay, it says, the next one it says add -x plus 4 plus 3x plus 2. The first thing we need to look at is the plus sign in between the two expressions. We have one -x, and then we have 3 positive x's here. And we have +4, 2, 3, and 4, and then +2 here. Remember, when you have a positive and a negative, that cancels. So this is going to cancel. And we are left with 2 positive x's, so 2x, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives. So that's why you would have the plus sign and not the minus sign. If those were negatives, then you would put -6. Okay, for the subtraction one, okay. First, you want to, let's do this on a different page. We have -x minus 2 minus 4x plus 3. Okay, so we've got -x minus 2 minus 4x plus 3. Anytime you have a subtraction sign in between the two expressions, you need to change it to addition and then change the signs of the second parentheses. So this +4x becomes a -4x, and this +3 becomes a -3. So now we've got -1x, and we've got 4 negative x's. We've got 2 negatives, and then we've got 3 negatives over here. We have no positive and negatives to cancel each other out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negative x's, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. So -5 minus 5 is your answer. -5x minus 5. Okay, what is the value? Anytime it says value, we want to know the final answer. So -4 times 9 is -36. And -4 times 6 is -24. And when we add 2 positives together, or 2 negatives together, we're going to actually add them together. And our answer is going to be negative, so it would be -60. Number 5, we are simplifying them. We are combining like terms. So first of all, I'm going to circle the terms. And then I'm going to put together the like terms. The 2 x's, the ones with the variable, the ones that have the same variable, we're going to put those together, and then the ones that don't. So we have 4x plus 2x, that's 6x's total, and 8 plus, oh wait, this is +8 and -7, or 8 minus 7, which is +1. So our answer should be 6x plus 1. Okay? Okay, so it says, what is the value? Remember, when we see that word value, we want to solve it, of 5a plus 7b. And it tells us what a is equal to and what b is equal to. So 5 times a, and a is 4, plus 7 times b, and b is 3. 5 times 4 is 20, and 7 times 3. Okay, and 7 times 3 is 21. So 20 plus 21 gives us 41. Okay. Number 7 is a subtraction problem. Okay, so we are going to change the subtraction to addition and change the sign of the second parentheses. So this becomes a plus sign, and this becomes a negative x minus 2. So we have 5 x's. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are all positives. And we have 1 negative x in the second parentheses. And then here we have positive 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we have 2 negatives. 1, 2. So again, when you have a positive and negative pair, it cancels. So positive x, negative x cancels, and we're left with 4 positive x's. And this cancels and this cancels because a positive and a negative cancel. And we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 positives. Okay, the next one is already an addition problem, so we do not have to change the sign of the second parentheses or change the subtraction to addition. It's already addition. So we have 5 negative x's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 7 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we have positive 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and a negative 1. Again, we want to cancel out all opposites. We do not have any opposite x's. There's no positive x's to cancel out. But there is a positive and negative whole numbers. So we are canceling that out. So we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 negative x's. So negative 12x. And then positive 2. We have 2 positive numbers. Okay, number 9 says, what is the value of c times d minus 2 times c? So 6 times d is 6 times 3. Minus 2 times c is 2 times 4. Remember, we want the value, meaning we need to solve it. So 6 times 3 is 18. And 2 times 4 is 8. And 18 minus 8 is 10. Okay, number 10 says 9 times r divided by s. R is 6 and s is 3. So it will be 9 times 6 divided by 3. 9 times 6 is 54. And then we have to do 54 divided by 3. So our answer is 18. Okay, number 11 is an addition of linear expressions, so we do not have to change any signs here. We have 6 positive x's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 1 negative x here. We have 2 negative signs here, and we have 5 positive signs over here. Remember, we want to cancel out any positive and negatives. And then what are we left with? We have 5 positive x's and positive 3. Number 12 is a subtraction problem, so we do need to change the subtraction to addition and change the sign of the second number, or second parentheses. So the negative 8x is now a positive 8x, and the minus 2 is now a plus 2. So we have positive 11 x's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And positive 8x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And then we have positive 2 up front and positive 2 in the last parentheses. So now we have nothing to cancel because there are no negatives here, so we are adding them all together. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Is that right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. So 19 positive x, and then positive 4. Okay, number 13, we are rounding to the tenths place, so I'm going to underline the tenths place and look at the number behind it. That 7 is enough to bump the 9 up, so what will happen is the 9 will bump to a 10. If the 9 bumps to a 10, we can't put two numbers in one spot, so we're going to have to move the 1 over to the next place value, so then we have 1 plus 9, and that equals 10. So 9.978, or 9 and 978 thousandths, will round to the tenths place to 10 and 0 tenths. And remember, when we're rounding, it is the same. 10.0 is the same thing as just writing the number 10. But if we are rounding to the tenths place, you want to make sure you have a number in the tenths place, even if it is just 0. Okay? All right, number 14, round to the hundredths place. The hundredths place is the 3. We're going to look back at the 4. The 4 is not enough to bump the 3 up, so everything in front will stay the same, and everything behind the hundredths place will fall away. Okay, and last one, we are rounding to the whole numbers place. Anytime it says round to the whole numbers place, that's just the ones place. So we're going to round this 9. We look back at the 5. The 5 is enough to bump the 9 up. So again, this is like number 13. Okay, where we are rounding that 9, and it's actually going to round to a 10. And we carry the 1 over, and 1 plus 2 gives us 3. So that 29 and 582 thousandths will round to 30 if we are rounding it to the whole numbers place. And you could just leave it as 30 if you wanted to put 30.0. It means the same thing. But again, if we're rounding to the whole numbers place, we really want it to stop in the whole numbers place. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Make sure that you study for your test. Your test is this Wednesday. Yeah. Bye.